Maya, 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 oh, Maya, 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 oh, Maya, 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 oh, Maya, 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 oh, Maya. Alo, salut, sunt eu, un haiduc și te rog, iubirea mea, primește fericirea. Alo, alo, sunt eu, Picasso, ți-am dat beat și sunt voinic, dar să știi, nu-ți cer nimic. Vrei să pleci, dar numai ei, numai ei, numai ei, chipul tău și dragostea din tei, mi-amintesc de ochii tăi. Vrei să pleci, dar numai ei, numai ei, numai ei, chipul tău și dragostea din tei, mi-amintesc de ochii tăi. Te sun să-ți spun ce simt acum.
Hello, people. Good evening, good afternoon, and good night, wherever you are in the world. Hope you're having a good day. I know I've had a good day. Ish. I hope everyone's been keeping safe in the streets, especially in the UK. I'm bored as hell. Anyone want to come up and chat? Rules are in the description. This ain't a drama channel. This ain't a debating channel. Feel free, come and join. The link's in the chat. I'm more than happy to have any discussion about anything apart from what's going on with other channels. So feel free and come chat. I'll play some music till someone comes and joins. Give me a minute. I'll play some music till someone joins. Feel free and join.
Stranded in the like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head, because there are so many things that I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality. If you are
There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits, you can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been fighting ways to get away, to see you again, see you again. We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken. I know I'm not always strong, and I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been fighting ways to get away, to see you again, see you again.
Holy shit, it's RLM's birthday today, right? And these guys that are on there fucking making it so boring, so shit. Holy shit, it should be about us celebrating, partying, that sort of shit. Talking about bullshit, boring.
Let's have a bit of fun
Holy
till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love,
These people sitting on there boring old fuck. They really are. Holy crap. I have a fucking that live right now. Boring old fuck. They really are. I don't know. Boring. Anyone want to have some fun? Talk about bullshit?
Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
man.
know what you want.
They're boring
Let's
fucks.
have
Look
a
like
bit of
fucking
fun till I downfall.
three boring fucks up there
My
right now.
love, if you
Even that
feel
second, boring
like
as
I
hell.
do right now, don't say
Fucking
you're
hate
on the
trolls.
run to the
Fuck
other
that shit, man.
side, my love. You
I
say
like
you
her.
wanna try, but
People
you
got
never
problems with that.
do. Sugar, there's a reason
If anyone wants to come
why
up
we
and talk,
lose.
feel free. Don't go to fucking Alabama or something, mate. It's my channel. Oh, fuck up, guys. Okay. Whoa. They're in the description.
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you.
Yeah, I know
Say
people
it
want fucking
like
drama
that.
and shit,
If I
but
hate you,
I'm not all
then
about drama.
find
Fuck that shit.
someone
I don't
new.
stand for that shit.
Baby, but you
Bollocks
know
to that.
I never will.
Baiting shit.
No. So I choke you
Imperious,
down
if you're watching,
just like
get
a
your
pill.
fucking American ass up here, you bastard, and cheer me up. Fun.
Oh, yeah. Take you like a pill. And I feel you like a pill to get my fill. No, do me in the worst way. Don't let me sleep, never say sorry. Oh, maybe I'll leave. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Oh, yeah. Take you like a pill. Get my fill.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on and on.
Andy Burnham should stop considering releasing PDFs and instead do something that's really going to reduce crime in this country. And that is to deal with the menace of foreign criminals. At the moment, there are over 10,000 foreign criminals in prison in Britain. And yet, what we are proposing to do is change the rules on sentencing. Now, admittedly, Andy Burnham has put it for review, but the review is into this, that if you are sentenced for 10 years, at the moment, you automatically get released after 5. Right. I mean, you have to have caused a lot of trouble in prison to not be released. So it's not automatic, but it's virtually automatic. You get released in half the time. But now they're going to make it in a third of the time, just 3.3 years. Somebody sentenced to 6 years in prison at the moment is released after 3 and now is released after 2. This is so grossly dishonest. Because imagine you went to see that somebody sentenced for murdering your child, and they said, right, 30 years in prison. Oh, that automatically means that they'll be released after 10. What? I think that what we've got to do is we've got to start making this much more realistic. But let me now tell you a little bit about foreign criminals. But before I do that, let me tell you that I am being branded a criminal myself. The Thames Valley Police did not like the fact that I defended the state visit of President Donald Trump against a terrorist attack and are doing me for assault. Can't give you the details of the case, but we're less than 1 week away. And your donations have paid for my legal defence. I've paid for a lot on my own, but it has to be said, it's running to tens of thousands of pounds. That is the nature of the world we live in. Unfortunately, unlike foreign criminals, I'm not entitled to legal aid. Therefore, I have to beg you to help me. And by the way, I beg my friends and family as well. Please do donate below. Okay, there are over 10,000 foreign criminals, and yet we are proposing to release British paedophiles instead. What we need to do is deport these foreign criminals and force them to serve out their sentences in other countries. Now, there are 2,000 foreign criminals, 2,000 British criminals abroad. I strongly support those foreign criminals being deported to the United Kingdom. The reason I say that is because I'm not particularly interested in saying all foreigners are terrorists and all this sort of thing. I think there's a problem. Number one, I think that people who are immigrants are more likely to commit crime. Why are they more likely to commit crime? Because they're in a new place. They don't have, if you like, the repertoire of suffering that other people might have. That is to say, that it's easier to rob the local sweet shop if your uncle doesn't own the local sweet shop. If you are an alien to a particular area, you are more likely to commit crime because there's less of a moral reason not to. Now, of course, that's true of a Brit in Angola, in as much as it's true of an Angolan in Britain. There's no necessarily racial aggravating factor or relevant factor to that. But I'd take our 2,000 criminals back, because what that does is it breaks up those criminal networks, and that's something that will help other countries as well. So I supported the United States of America deporting British criminals to Britain. Now, the top 3 countries where the criminals come from is Albania, Poland and Romania. Collectively, that is nearly 3,500 people that we could get rid of. So if we did a deal with Albania, with Poland and with Romania, we could get rid of 3,500 criminals, boom, straight away. And then, I mean, even if we did a deal, even if we passed the law to say every foreign criminal could come back to Britain, which of course would cause outrage, we'd still be net 1,500 up. And of course, if we got rid of all of them, would be net 8,000 down in terms of the number of people that we could get out of the country. Look, there is going to be a break between what Keir Starmer did and what Andy Burnham did. And I think that break is got to be something to do with standing up for our community. I said on my TV show last night that Keir Starmer was all about jailing his political opponents. And there's no doubt in my mind that the reason that he wanted to clear out all the real criminals was to prepare the way to lock up his political opponents. You may say that's bad, but remember, 13,000 people got a knock on the door for hurty words on Twitter. You've got a situation with Nigel Farage where he's being hounded by all sorts of regulatory bodies. You've got a situation in which the police are talking to The Guardian to smear Nigel Farage. You've got a situation where I am being prosecuted for preventing a terrorist attack. So what will happen is people will commit criminal damage to, say, the Magna Carta, and the police stand by and let them do it. But if anybody attempts to intervene and stop them, they get arrested. That is clearly intended in order to jail your political opponents. But that is now, hopefully, fingers crossed, all gone, because Keir Starmer is out of the way. And what will Andy Burnham do? Well, I think what Andy Burnham has to do is, first of all, commit to not locking up his political opponents. I don't think he's all about that. Anyway, a lot of you don't like him. Well, I mean, I wouldn't vote for him because he's not He's not a Conservative, he's not a right-winger, he's not a reformist or UKIP or anything
He's
like that.
Labour.
But
no one should be voting for that fucking
he's
piece of
interested in
shit.
hatred in politics in the same way that Keir Starmer is interested in hatred. But when we're talking about him standing up for us, it's not just about protecting our democracy. It's also about saying that foreign criminals should go instead of locking up our own criminals. Do you know, in the Thames Valley region, no doubt supported by the Thames Valley Police. By the way, the Thames Valley Police are a disgrace. If you are one of them, please don't watch this channel. They're so pro-terrorist, it's absolutely disgusting. And they tried to shut down the Oxford Union, by the way, when the Oxford Union wants an open debate, wants an open debate in general, the Thames Valley Police want to charge them £1 million for their own annual security. And of course, that was intended that the Oxford Union would capitulate to the lack of free speech rules. But
as we already gather, the
Thames
police
Valley,
force in the United
prison
Kingdom
for
fucking
foreign criminals,
suck.
almost
They should be
exclusively for
fucking
the foreign criminals, and when they're
removed
released,
from
they
fucking
get told,
duty.
right, you've got
Every
to be
stinking
deported now.
one of the
That's what the
police
court
officers
ordered.
in this
Here's your
country and the
taxi.
government,
Make sure you
the
make
royal
it to the
family should be
deportation
removed.
centre. And of course,
It's
none of
just
them ever
scumbags
go.
in
If we were
charge.
much more fastidious on
Dirty
that,
fucking
I think that
cunt.
we would have a much, much safer environment. Now, I don't want to just say, as I said before, all immigrants are criminals. That is not fair. But I do maintain that immigrants are more likely to commit crime because there's more reason to do it. And actually, you know, even low-level stuff like, you know, not paying your council tax. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, loads of people don't do that. They just don't register and all that sort of thing. And that is easier to do if you are a foreign national. But we should be breaking up these foreign networks. What about Shabir Ahmed, Daddy, the man who organised the rape of 1,200 children?
Country.
That man, I would suggest to you, needs to go to Pakistan. Do you know, the week that Pakistan refused to take him back, we paid 153 million in overseas aid to them. We're rewarding them for not supporting our country. But they said the reason that he did it was not because he was Pakistani, but was because of the lack of morals in the United Kingdom. Well, I would say back to you, it's got nothing to do with either of those things. What it's got something to do with is the fact that we are allowing these people to do it and not breaking up the network. Now, we can debate all day about whether there's anything in Islam, anything in Pakistani culture, anything in British culture, anything in the way that we treat grooming gangs. We can argue all day. But the reality is, if he wasn't in Rochdale, he wouldn't be able to commit the crimes. And that's why I say that it's time to deport these foreign criminals. Andy Burnham, as I say, has ordered a review into all of this. But I maintain that what we've got to do is we've got to take much more action than that means. We've got a problem that we have, on average, our prisoners are getting out having served only 40% of their prison sentence, and we're going to now reduce it to 30%. Not good enough. Till next time, goodbye.
Well, this country is fucking screwed. I want to get me and my family out of this fucking country. Fuck this country. This country is fucking cooked. Alright? So please, whoever the fuck is watching, hurry up and donate to us so we can get people out of the fucking UK. We need to start getting a lot of people out of the UK because the UK is fucked. The government and the lefties want to fucking stay, let them fucking stay. Fuck this country. This country is fucking cooked. Just fucking wipe them all out.
We are filming for episode 6, The Rape of Britain. This should have been done a long time ago, but with court cases and other things and problems and my brain and then going to America, lots of things got in the way. But we've started interviewing survivors, interviewing key people in the cities. Now, in this episode, we are looking, well, it's a working title.
Clayton, do you mind camming up? Because I don't know who you are. Oh, okay, don't bother camming up. Bugger off then, Clayton.
Of Labour's Muslim rape gangs. We're going to prove to you. In the first 5 episodes, we showed you the lengths, who the gangs were. We went after the gangs. We went into their businesses. We went to their properties. We confronted them. Yeah, that was to show you the depths of the Pakistani rape gangs that were happening in Telford. This one, we want to show you the cover-up. Who was involved in the cover-up, in which cities, and we're going to prove to the world by the end of this that these are Labour's Muslim rape gangs. Now, to do that, we're looking on a map. We're looking at all the different cities and we're seeing what links them all together, which is going to be Labour councillors, Labour politicians, Labour activists. But to do what we want to do, we need to get into some of the streets and into some of the cities and some of those hostile areas of Oldham, of Rochdale, of Rotherham. But to do that, we need security, yeah? Especially at a point we're at now. To do the work properly, I need to be able to go outside mosques, really, that's what I want to do, and stand and talk to you about the imam from this mosque who was raping kids and this mosque that was involved, and that's what I want to do. So we need security for that, so we need your help, yeah? And we have managed, a lot of us have managed, to get this to international level, right? Where the whole world is talking about the rape gangs of the UK. This next step in our documentary, which the timing could be better, we need to get this nailed in the next, I'd say 4 to 6 weeks, it has to be finished, yeah? But we need to get it done, because the timing couldn't be better. Andy Burnham's just stepped in as leader of the Labour Party. We're going to categorically prove to the whole nation, to the whole world, that Labour fully knew, covered it up, were involved in the rapes. The councillors were involved in the rapes in multiple cities across the country. And that is why these are, yeah, they're Pakistani rape gangs, but they're Labour's Pakistani Muslim rape gangs. Yeah, and Andy Burnham was part of the cover-up as well. So the new Prime Minister of our country was part of this cover-up. So that's why we need your help. And contrary to what people say, we can't do this without you. We literally can't. It's impossible. Even just on the costs of staying away, travel, cameras for these events. So we need to come back up for at least another week, hit the streets. That's a week of cameramen, a week of our team, a week of security, getting into the cities. So if you can, please help us. The link's at Urban Scoop. The link is here. We can't do this without you. When you watch that documentary go out, which is going to humiliate Labour on an international level, not just humiliate them,
Yeah,
we need to show, really, because I don't know if you know how bad it is.
Though,
I knew how bad it was, but I didn't realise.
Look at all the other
Every
videos.
city you go into,
They still
Labour,
didn't care. And they
like, literally, their councillors, their employees,
dude,
were part of the gangs.
fuck Labour. They're worthless.
Part of the cover-up.
The government
Defending them, giving them character references in court. There's so much there. I tried to cover this 10 years ago, and this is the reason why I'm saying we need security. Because 10 years ago, some of you may have seen the video, I went into Rochdale to question Councillor Aftab Hussain, who went to court and gave a character reference, not for the child who had been raped, because 100 of his constituents were raped, but he went to court and gave a character reference for the rapists. He stood up and gave a written reference in court to say, no, this Pakistani man's a great man. The man that raped 100 kids. Yeah? He didn't lose his position within Labour. Now, when I went to talk to him, I was set up and my car was smashed to pieces. Some of you may have seen it. Windows all get bricked in. Pakistani cars come from everywhere. They all try jumping out at me. So where we're going,
fuck these dirty Muslims,
to be able to report safely, we need security. The security we're taking is proper security. It's expensive, yeah? If you can help us with it, help us finish our documentary, help us edit our documentary, help us travel, help us make Rape of Britain episode 6, then we value your support massively. So please go to the link and support us. Thank you.
There is no country in the world that does not now know the knowledge that our government, our social services and our police forces sacrificed a generation of our daughters at the hands of the multiculturalism altar. Where is the sign? On the right, outside this court, it says we will defend the children of the poor and punish the wrongdoer. That's what it says on this court. We will defend the children of the poor and punish the wrongdoer. They have not defended the children of the poor. They are punishing the people who speak out in defence of the children of the poor. You wish to try and portray that I am hated, whereas in reality, it's you that are hated. You have lied, you have played your part, and all of you who call yourself journalists, you all knew what was happening to those girls in all of those towns and cities, and you've done nothing, you said nothing. I think we should remember why we are here. What was I talking about outside that court that day? There are still young girls now in every single town and city that have been taken from us, taken from their mums as sexual slaves at the hands of Islamic gangs. I want to spend, if the intention of this imprisonment was to prevent the public having knowledge, I want to spend the next 6 months travelling to towns and cities that have been blighted by these problems.
I look at my kids daily and think if you wasn't here, I wouldn't be here.
What happened the first time with Bali?
I slept with him.
How old was he?
Okay, who the hell is this guy just popped in twice now and
He
he's...
had sex with you when he was 11, so he raped you.
Who the hell is that?
Oh my God, and were the police involved in that?
Yeah, and because the charges were dropped.
Who got the police involved?
My parents. I stayed to talk to you.
Oh babe, I wish I had your number myself.
Because I said to my mum yesterday, I was like, Tommy will know the truth. I didn't think I'd be strong enough to sit here now and talk to you. I didn't.
I don't know if you're watching.
Do you mind if I ask why you are sat here talking to me?
Because I think I'm sat here talking to you because you should know the truth.
More than welcome to come back.
It's all right having it third hand or...
Do you mind if I ask why you want me to have the truth?
Because I think there's so many other girls out there that are being abused by these people. Just be straight up and tell everyone the truth. How it actually happened.
Now I should tell you, an independent inquiry into the sexual exploitation of children in Telford and Wrekin has been going on for well over 2 years. It's been led by the law firm Eversheds Sutherland. The problem is, and I'm quoting from its terms of reference, the aim and purpose of the inquiry is to raise public awareness into child exploitation in Telford during the period of the inquiry, and the inquiry wants to hear from survivors of abuse. But if accusations are made, the accused will be notified of the accusation and given the name of the accuser. That's a legal obligation. The accuser can object to the accused being informed, but then the inquiry cannot use their evidence. We have also been told that many of those who know most about what has gone on in Telford and Wrekin, the police, social services and counsellors, many of them are refusing to help the inquiry at all. The inquiry will do nothing to bring justice for the victims. Now we know the flagship Telford investigation, Chalice, resulted in 11 convictions. 11. That's it. Yet our shoestring investigation has been given over 200 names of alleged perpetrators. We also know the independent inquiry has been given over 300 names. We can shortcut the conclusions of the inquiry for you. The performance of the police, social services, counsellors, it was woeful at best, but more than likely a deliberate attempt to cover up these crimes against little girls for fear of being called racist, or in the interests of community cohesion, or, as we will hear and see, because of corruption. Covering things up doesn't create community cohesion. It does the opposite. Any right-thinking member of the community, of any community, regardless of their culture or their religion, would agree. It also destroys trust in public institutions, the very institutions that taxpayers fund to protect us all, especially the vulnerable. Police, social services, politicians. No one's been fired for this cover-up or corruption, and I suspect no one has even had so much as a verbal or written warning. These people just shuffle off into retirement with their fat pensions. And the abuse is still going on today, right now, in Telford and Wrekin. Watch this.
In terms of there's an independent inquiry going on at the moment, which is being hosted by an independent QC and an independent solicitor.
Well, will that
we
be
are supplying them. We are
public?
supplying them with 40 years worth of information.
40 years.
40 years worth of information.
40 years, children have been failed.
So that the inquiry can have a
40 years, children have been failed.
Full understanding of the situation that Telford stays at is.
It won't be released just like.
Yeah, that's right. The police in Telford have passed 40 years of evidence to the independent inquiry. They've known what has been going on in that town for 40 years, as of the council, social services and the government. And we know, and they know, it's still going on today. Can we start at the beginning of the abuse, yeah? And go through, because we've got your dad's account, but we've not just got your dad's, we've got 4 or 5 other girls from Telford's accounts. A lot of the names and the actions matched up with some of what your dad said. But are you comfortable if we just talk through so I can hear it? Yeah.
So it happened when I was 11.
Yeah.
At the Mint Indian in Trench Road.
Yeah.
I started working there. Maybe in April, summertime it was. And for the first 3 months, I was doing deliveries with Dad. Then it became a thing where someone took a holiday and they said, I need someone inside. So I started working inside.
Is this in the evenings?
Yeah. I worked there packing orders.
Yeah.
And answering the phone. People would come in there and look and think, well, she's too young to be here. Or they would say, oh, do you work here? I'd be left in the restaurant then while Dad went on deliveries, packing the orders. You know, then you get the flirty eyes and the touching and be like, oh, well, there's not enough space there, knowing that there was space there. Then my dad started working on the pizza shop next door and he renovated it, and a new face appeared, Barber Ali. I started talking to him. Then he started touching me sexually.
When you was 11?
Yeah, when my dad would go, he would touch me sexually, and you know, I thought, oh, it's normal. I'm a kid, I thought it was normal. And obviously then I started talking to him, meeting up with him on his days off or when my school holidays. One day my mum found out. She caught me texting him on the laptop and it stopped.
So your mum found out and it stopped?
Yeah.
But he'd been raping you?
Yeah.
And how old was he?
He was about 28.
Where would he rape you?
In his car.
You were 11?
Yeah.
So it started for you when you was just 11?
Yeah.
And you said the police were involved?
Yeah. And my police officer was DC Joe Hayes.
And that's when you was 11?
Yeah.
So DC Joe Hayes was involved at the age of 11?
Yeah.
And did they arrest him,
They did
Barber Ali?
investigations. He was bailed.
Okay.
And then about 6 months into the process, fell apart. So I was told.
But even if you were to not pursue the case, the police should have prosecuted him if they had. Did you give a statement? Were you
I did.
a video statement?
I did 3 hours of video statement. They had my laptop. They had the phone.
All his messages.
Yeah.
And from that police investigation, so the charges were dropped.
Yeah. Everything was dropped.
When all this has blown back up with Telford, did the police come and speak to you about that case?
No.
Has anyone ever spoke to you about that case?
No.
But they did arrest that man at the time.
Yeah, I bailed him.
And his name?
Valley.
Where's he now? He's living in Birmingham.
BT tried contacting me again on Facebook.
recent?
2018.
And he's in Birmingham. And what was you told when you was 11?
He was deported.
Now, before we go further into Nicole's story, it's time we heard a little more about one of the families in Telford. In fact, two brothers. Gulfras Khan, also known as Gaz or Bugsy, and Mohammed Charlie Khan. There are a number of allegations in what follows, and we have been given the names of these two men by several girls. We want to be clear, nothing has been proven against either of them. Like the independent inquiry though, we will be giving them the right to respond to the allegations made. Where would you be?
I'd be in the car.
With?
Either Mohammed Charlie Khan, Rizwan, Tariq, Mahmood, or Bugsy.
And how old was you?
12.
And what would they be doing when you're in the car?
They would talk to me about going to meet certain people, not to tell my dad if they told me to go to that person.
Okay.
So days off, I'd say to my mum, I feel ill, and she'd be like, oh yeah, you can have the day off. And I'd go out. And going out, I'd drop drugs off, I'd meet certain people, drop money off to people.
When you were aged 13, 12 and 13, who would you be doing these errands for?
It'd be either Bugsy, Mohammed Charlie Khan, or Agril Khan. This boy's single, or this guy's single, well not boy, but this guy's single, you know, maybe you should go meet him. And
this was Mohammed Charlie Khan?
Yeah.
And you was how old?
About 12, 13. And it became a vicious circle, because if it wasn't Mohammed Charlie Khan, it was Gulfras Khan.
So Mohammed Charlie Khan and Gulfras Khan, did either of them rape you?
No.
But they were the ones that were telling you who you had to go and meet?
Yeah. So he would make me believe that, you know, I had to do something.
Yeah.
Or I would be physically either beaten. He would
When you say
tell my parents or my dad.
When you say do something, you mean he would make you
go and see perpetrators.
Okay.
Be abused by perpetrators.
Okay. So he would be Charlie Khan?
Mohammed Charlie Khan. He was also a mental abuser. He would tell me to go and do things to perpetrators.
Who are the main people instructing you and telling you who you had to go and have sex with?
Mohammed Charlie Khan and Gulfras Khan.
Do you know what Mohammed Charlie Khan does?
He's a solicitor, isn't he?
He's a solicitor.
And he lives at...
So Mohammed Charlie Khan would tell you regularly the men that you had to go and meet.
Yeah.
When you were what age?
12, 13. And Gulfras Khan was the same.
That description sounds like Mohammed Charlie Khan was your pimp.
Yeah.
So you were controlled by these men for years.
Yeah.
Control.
They were in control. They would supply the drugs. They would supply the money, all because they're money laundering.
So Charlie Khan and Gulfras Khan were involved in the drugs.
Drugs, because they supply it.
They were supplying the drugs.
And their nephews supply it. So if they've got no funds and they've got no drugs, little men will fall. They won't have nothing to abuse anybody. They won't have no instructor to be instructed by.
So if I asked you, you lived in Telford, you were abused by many men, who was the kingpin? Who was the main organiser?
Gulfras Khan.
Gulfras Khan. Do you know what position Gulfras Khan holds now? Are you aware?
I don't.
No? He's the chair of the Telford Muslim Forum.
Believable. It's believable, isn't it? Man seems to have his fingers in many pies. And that's how we all see it.
Is he the fucker who's preaching about grooming in the mosque?
Mohammed Charlie Khan, his brother.
Okay, yeah, Mohammed. So he's as far as everyone's aware, he's a pillar of that community.
He is, yeah. And he will be like, oh, grooming's wrong, we don't believe in that. You're doing it.
Who are we insulting? Our religion, our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Allah. This is, you know, these people who do bad things, their names come in the media, Muhammad, Abdullah, whatever they are, all these Muslim names, especially these pedos, you know, God forbid.
Wipe them out.
They go up and down the country, Muslim people attacking young women. How insulting is that? You know, really, if these people are doing it, alhamdulillah, we got sisters, we got daughters, we want our izzat safe? Why would we attack other people's?
So there you see it. Mohammed Charlie Khan, teacher in the mosques, solicitor, pillar of the community, explaining how wrong grooming is. Now you've heard about these two pillars of the community, Gulfrest Khan and Mohammed Charlie Khan. One the chair of the Telford Muslim Forum, one a solicitor who teaches in the mosque. We've heard the accusations about their involvement in the drug business in Telford and the pimping of little girls. We've also heard mentioned their nephews. Two of them are of interest to us. Akib Khan and Akil Khan. Let's meet them.
If you ever see me in a Rolls Royce, a 6 or 7 star hotel, living my life to the fullest, don't get jealous of me, because I worked my ass off to get it. Nobody handed me nothing. Wake your ass up. Awaken the beast inside. It's game on.
ਸਾਡੇ ਰੁਤਬੇ ਮੜਕ ਠਰਮੇ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਪਤਾ ਬਾਲਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਜਾਨੂ ਸਾਡੀ ਯਾਰੀ ਔਖੀ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਐ ਜੋ ਸੀ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਪੰਜਾਬ
Even when we catch one of them, we go section 18 him. GBH with intent round here, I might show you in a men round here. Give a fuck about your friends round here, get dragged out your Benz round here. When it goes down, sides get taken. It reveals who's real and who's faking.
We wasn't as interested in Akib Khan, but as it happens, we can see from this article of Legal Futures that the Solicitors Regulation Authority decided, and their professional standards aren't exactly the highest. But they decided, what with Akib being a convicted stalker, making threatening phone calls to a woman and following her in his vehicle? Akib, was it the posh one that you rented for your TikTok video? Well, they decided you would better work your trainee solicitor arse off in a different profession. You were banned from working in the legal profession in June 2021. So unlike this website, it would appear that Akib Khan hasn't got a legal future. But for this film, we're much more interested in the story of Akib's brother. What do you look off?
I don't want to live in this for the rest of my life. I want to be able to move on and bring my kids along. I've got 2 girls, Tom.
Well, I'm glad I've met you myself.
I'm glad I've met you, baby. Look, you obviously understand my objective in this is simply the truth. Yeah? If the truth doesn't fit certain things, I just want the truth.
So, Akil Khan was raped when I was 13 in his car. There was Matash Bafouk in his flat at Barn Close. I was 13. I went there numerous times, but at this time, my dad found me.
This is the story we've heard from your dad, and you were 13 then.
Nicole was in number 49 in hysterics. Janine went into number 49, and that's where Nicole was crying her eyes out. She got brought down the stairs by Janine down the block of flats. Well, obviously me and my brother, we were still up on the top floor. As I come down that block of flats and come out, I called the police and sat Nicole in the car outside. She was in hysterics. Her uncle John, he come to her. And she said she'd been raped.
He was that hurt by it, he got out of the car and he couldn't wait for the police to come. He needed to go. And then Mark's brother, Paul, he sat in the car with her. She'd explained to him what had gone on. And then the police asked him to go to the police station. And he said what was said in that statement, it was heartbreaking, and I'll never forget it from that day to this.
What they did to her?
Yeah.
Then after that, it was short time after that, that's when Billy Scott appeared at our house, sat on our settee with a DS Cindy Henry, and turned around and said nothing had happened at the block of flats. Nothing had happened.
And who raped you in that flat?
Matash Bafouk.
Just him?
Yeah.
How old was he?
He must have been pushing his 30s.
And this is when the police were involved?
Yeah.
But you were already pregnant to Akil, okay, so when you've gone
But
to...
at that time, I didn't know. So I started feeling really ill, and I came home from school and I was locking myself away. And one day I thought something's not right. So I got my own test and come back positive when I was at school. And I was like, what am I going to do? And I didn't tell anyone. So I found out about 3 weeks before. And my nan said to Mum, you need to do a test. And obviously I did it. And
So then when you've done that, police have got involved. I guess you give a statement explaining about Akil and explain...
Well, I've got, Tom, I need to call the police because I've got a big file, like, that I've wrote myself. It's like a diary of every account that happened, every person, every name, every address, every phone number, every registration number. I then told Akil Khan because when I found out, so I was in a situation that I didn't know what to do, and I got offered £20,000 to keep the baby by Gufraz Khan.
Gufraz Khan offered you £20,000?
Yeah. There was also Sham Hussein, he's from Birmingham. That started when I was 12 until I was nearly 14.
He raped you?
Yeah, he raped me in his car. We went to Newport, there was a field, and we drove down that field, like the back lane.
How old was you?
13 and a half.
And what's his name?
Sham Hussein, and he had a silver Corsa, 12 plate, like new shaped.
And he took you out was it pitch black in the middle of...
It was daylight.
Daylight?
Yeah, and there was a lady, she had some dogs, and she was like, what are you doing? She's a child. Then there was Cam Khan. He took me to the back of Shifnal to buy a tree and raped me there. I was about 13. I met him at McDonald's car park where I did oral sex in the car with him.
How old was you?
13. They're like, oh well, she hasn't made an effort today, so then you're beaten.
So you were forced to attempt to look good and impressive for their sexual desires.
Yeah. It's like now,
through fear of being attacked by them.
Because of this, I don't wear makeup on a regular. It's because I've come here today. I don't wear makeup, Tom. I can go out of my house with a plain face and feel alright. I can go out, not looking like a tramp, but be a different person because I was forced for so long to have that look.
Yeah.
And I'm only just getting back to myself where I can feel comfortable in my own body. Because for so long, Tom, they was like, oh, you're fat, you're this, you're that. So for so long, I tried to be someone I wasn't.
What sort of descriptive terms do they use for you?
I was called a gura.
You was called a gura?
Which is a white bitch.
Do you remember who?
Numerous of virtually all of them.
Were they using that term when abusing you, when sexually abusing you?
Both. Like if you didn't look a certain way, they'd be like, the slaggy guras here.
So you're regularly called a white bitch?
So I was constantly like feeling like I had to be someone I wasn't.
What we've done is we've sat with 4 or 5 girls. We've got names, we've got a wall, the whole size of that wall, yeah, with who they are, their links, their family trees. It's all that you're going to tell you know more than anyone. It's all intertwined. Yeah. The ages you were. I want you to understand the scale of the investigation we've done. We've sat down, along the top here you'll see survivors. They're survivors, not victims. You'll see that from the courage they show during these series. We have survivors, we have their parents. We sit down with them. Sometimes we interview them for 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 hours, sometimes 2, 3 times. We then take the interviews, we go through, we transcribe it, and we take out the details and the names that they give us that the allegations are against for who's raped them, yeah? And we build a spreadsheet in a database like this. So this is the spreadsheet. And if we go through, I want you to see the scale. We're looking for page 6 on this and we have the name of the perpetrators, we have accessories to the crimes, we have specifically, this box is the specific crimes and the certain detail that we need to know, yeah? And if we go through at the end, when you see it highlighted in red, that is where a victim has named a perpetrator. So the perpetrator's names are down here. And for this, I'm going to page 6 because I want to see Bugsy, our friend Bugsy, Gulfras Khan, the big timer. And Bugsy, if we get here, this is Gulfras Khan, number 12. We have the allegations against him, the serious allegations against him, addresses, and then 1, 2, 3. This means he's been named by 3 different survivors as being involved in their prostitution, in their trafficking, and in their rape. Let's carry on going so you can see the scale of this, okay? We've ended up with hundreds of names. We know the police investigation identified over 200 men in Telford alone, yeah? We've done that with only 10 victims, okay? There's 1,000 victims in Telford. Now we keep going, look, it keeps going, you get the point, yeah? I just want you to realise the scale of the investigation we've done our homework, we've pieced it together, and that creates what we're going to see now. This isn't all of them, okay? And I've separated these into tribes because they separate themselves into tribes. These gangs, there's different gangs that operate in different parts of the town. We're focusing on this, okay? This is the family tree we're looking at the minute. We have Bugsy, we have Charlie Khan. We have allegations against pretty much every family member, okay? But we're going after the ones with multiple allegations.
And when you say you met them, the names you just listed, this is you're 12 years old, you're working in this Indian restaurant. Did you have, was there abuse from each of them?
With Guru Khan, as we know. I got pregnant when I was 13, went for an abortion.
So Aquil Khan. And was he regularly? Was he sexual contact? Was he raping you?
Yeah, it was sex, yeah.
It was sex? How often?
It was just the once.
Just the once?
Because I knew it wasn't right, like something wasn't right, like they were getting me to do things, otherwise they would blackmail me.
Do you mind me asking what they were?
They would blackmail me and say they would kill me.
Yeah.
They would go and tell my dad, and that was my biggest fear, telling my dad.
So Aquil Khan, you said he's raped you when you were 13?
Yeah.
Were you impregnated? Yeah. Where did that happen?
It happened on Donington Boxing Club car park.
I've been there.
And he took me, do you know where the Esso Field is, by the McDonald's?
Yeah.
This shit's fucking disgusting. This shit is actually fucking disgusting as hell. For you Americans who don't know what the fuck is going on, young girls in the United Kingdom are getting raped on a daily basis. Thousands upon thousands of them. Women as well. Men are not even safe. Little boys aren't even safe anymore. Because they're doing it to them. You got these fucking diseased fucking Muslims coming across from another fucking country, and they're fucking disease ridden. Yeah? And they fucking butt rape some fucking bloke. And then he's got all the diseases as well. This shit's fucking disgusting. And I ain't kidding you. This shit needs to be fucking stopped. Close the borders. Build a great big fucking wall and just start shooting the fuckers. Do the same thing as Poland. Get rid of the fucking cunts. Had enough of them. Hate them. Yeah, and I do call for the eradication of every single stinking one of them. I hate them so much. I really fucking despise them. I've got a fucking headache from all this fucking stress. Anyway, I'm fucking off. Good night. Good evening. Whatever. Stay safe and look after your families. And Let's hope it'll be better in a few months, knowing for a fact that it won't. Take care, everybody.